What if the universe is not just a creation to be observed, but a mirror reflecting the beloved? What if the rising sun, the flowing rivers, the changing winds, and even your breath were not mere accidents of nature, but intimate whispers from the divine, calling you back to your origin? In a world obsessed with speed and noise, we often forget to see, not just with the eyes, but with the soul. Yet the Quran reminds us that the universe itself is a divine book for the seekers of truth. Among its most profound verses stands Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 164, which unfolds like a cosmic tapestry, drawing the contemplative heart deep into the mystery of divine presence in all things. The verse states, "Indeed, in the creation of the heavens and the earth, the alternation of the night and the day, the great ships which sail through the sea with that which benefits people, and what Allah has sent down from the heavens of rain, giving life thereby to the earth after its lifelessness, and dispersing therein every kind of moving creature, and his directing of the winds and the clouds controlled between the heaven and the earth, are signs for a people who use reason." Part 1, the universe as a sign. In Sufism, the physical universe is not a separate reality from God. It is a reflection of his names and attributes. Ibn Arabi, the great mystic, said, "The universe is nothing but a manifestation of God's names. To see it rightly is to see the divine." When this verse speaks of the creation of the heavens and the earth, the Sufi hears an invitation. Look beyond the forms. The vastness of the sky is not just about stars and galaxies. It is about the infinite scope of divine mercy. The solidity of the earth is not mere soil. It is the symbol of divine stability. Part 2. The alternation of night and day. The alternation of night and day is not just a physical rhythm, but a spiritual metaphor. Just as night descends to give rest and then gives way to day, so too do the soul's moments of darkness lead to light. Rumi beautifully captures this. "Don't grieve. Anything you lose comes round in another form. Night and day are in love with each other." To the Sufi, darkness is not the absence of God. It is the hidden face of divine wisdom, the rhythm of life, the flux of circumstances, the cycle of sorrow and joy. These are not random. They are deliberate signs calling the seeker to trust the process. Part 3. The ships that sail for the benefit of mankind. The ships that sail upon the sea represent not just commerce, but the soul's journey across the ocean of existence. These ships move by divine permission, just as the human heart sails through life, carrying its treasures of love, knowledge, and service. Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani once said, "O man, you are the ship. Your heart is the captain, your body is the sea, and your destination is God." The Sufi sees every act of benefit as worship. The ship becomes a metaphor for tawakkul, trust in God, surrendering to the currents of divine will, and yet steering through the ocean of dunya with the compass of dhikr. Part 4. Rain from the heavens, revival of the earth. The verse then speaks of rain descending from the sky, reviving the dead earth. This is a powerful symbol in Sufi cosmology. The rain is divine revelation, and the dead earth is the hardened human heart. In the words of Rumi, "Don't get lost in your pain. Know that one day your pain will become your cure. Rain pours down for those who have faith in the seed." Rain is not just a physical process, it is spiritual nourishment. Just as rain makes the desert bloom, divine grace can awaken the arid heart. The seeker becomes fertile with remembrance, blooming with love, surrender, and wisdom. Part 5. Living creatures scattered upon the earth. "And he dispersed in it every kind of moving creature." The multiplicity of life, each creature unique, purposeful, and sustained, is a sign of divine creativity. Sufis believe every creature glorifies God in its own tongue, even if we do not understand it. As the Quran says in Surah Al-Isra, 1744, "There is not a thing but that it glorifies him with praise, but you do not understand their glorification." To the Sufi, this verse breaks the illusion of separation. Every leaf, bird, insect, and stone is in constant remembrance. The universe becomes a vast sema, spiritual dance. echoing the Song of Unity. Part 6. The winds and the clouds between heaven and earth. Finally, the verse mentions the winds and the clouds, directed and controlled by the divine. These two are signs, subtle, invisible forces that shape the visible world. In the mystical path, winds are likened to spiritual states, ahwal, that move the seeker, sometimes gently, sometimes forcefully, toward the beloved. Clouds are like veils, carrying blessings yet hiding the source. Ibn Atala said, "If he unveils himself to you, you are no longer in need of the signs." Yet in his mercy, he continues to send signs, through clouds of mystery, winds of change, and rains of mercy. The central mystical message. This entire verse, when seen through the Sufi eye, is a call to conscious witnessing, muraqabah. It teaches that the universe is not inert. It is alive with divine breath. The true believer is one who doesn't just look, but sees, not just hears, but listens. Not just reads the Quran, but reads the cosmos as Quran. The term "a people who use reason" in Arabic is yaqilun, which in Sufi understanding doesn't mean dry logic, but the inner heart intellect, aql qalbi, a faculty that perceives with love, humility, and surrender. A final surrender. Everything around us is a sign, not of separation, but of unity. The trees are not just trees, they are fingers pointing to God. The sun is not just a source of light, it is a metaphor of divine illumination. And you, yes, you, are not just a body walking the earth. You are a soul journeying back to the one who sent you. The Sufi path is about awakening to this reality until every moment becomes dhikr and every breath a remembrance of the beloved. So, dear soul, as you step out today, pause, look at the sky, feel the wind, watch the birds fly, listen to the rain. Everything is speaking, whispering secrets from the divine to your heart. But will you listen? If this journey into the hidden meanings of the Quran moved your heart, then subscribe to our channel, share this video with fellow seekers, and leave a comment below. What signs of the divine have you experienced in your daily life? Because the more we awaken together, the more clearly we will see that everything is a sign, everything is Him, and you are not alone.